I did not expect when I made my earlier video today to find out just a few hours later that Lori Vallow is officially going to be charged with conspiracy to commit murder regarding the death of her husband, Charles Vallow. That in itself, that's not a surprise. But finding that out today, well, it was. Um, the East Idaho News did release a statement. I'm going to be showing just some excerpts below from that. And also will be including a segment of the dash cam footage the um, and the officers' cam footage as well that was obtained by Court TV. And just wow, she's I it shouldn't make me feel joy because people are dead here, but the fact that finally hearing the words murder and charges and Lori Vallow's name, it's an overwhelming sense of finally, finally. Now, no, she didn't shoot Charles herself, but conspiracy. Now, sadly, like the only witnesses were poor Tylee, who is now not with us anymore, and her brother Alex, who committed the murder, and he's dead too. So it's not looking too good for Lori, but it's looking very good for any prosecution. I am so anxiously waiting to hear how this is going to go down. This article that I'm just kind of showing quickly below from East Idaho News was speculating on the charges that were confirmed to be happening today. And it just is a bit of a summary. I'm not going to read through it all. You're welcome to pause and read and catch up if you want. But what was said today I found to be a lot more final and relevant, and it just has I'm vibrating. I'm just so excited. At least some justice. It's these children and Charles and Tammy, all of them, they all need justice so desperately. I hope she does the absolute maximum amount of time possible. Like, the maximum. Authorities say charges could be submitted as early as December against Lori Vallow in connection with the death of her former husband in Chandler last summer. Finally. And he wasn't her ex, he was still her husband at the time, so that's just an aside. And I call her Lori Vallow because she hates it. She wants to be called Daybell. But you know what? Too bad. AZ Central reports today that the Chandler Police Department on Thursday confirmed to the Arizona Republic that its intention to submit a conspiracy to commit murder charge against Lori Vallow in connection with the death of Charles Vallow. According to department spokesperson Sergeant Jason McClemens, the charge will be submitted to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office in about 4 to 6 months, McClemens said. The office would ultimately decide whether or not to prosecute Lori Vallow, he explained. We will not be releasing any press releases when the case does go over, and once we do send the case, it will be at the discretion of the Maricopa County Attorney's Office to release information on any charges or the status of the case in court, McClemens stated in an email. Charles Vallow last July was shot and killed in Chandler by Lori Vallow's brother, Alex Cox. Charles was JJ's adoptive father and Tylee's stepfather. About 5 months before his death, Charles filed for divorce in Maricopa County Superior Court, where he alleged Lori Vallow believed she was a god and had threatened to kill him. Justice, justice, justice. Justice for Charles, Tylee, Tammy, JJ, and everyone else. So many people hurt and killed, and deceived by these evil people, these doomsday cult morons who think people turn to zombies and need to be taken out. And finally, we're gonna see some justice. I'm gonna play a clip from Court TV's coverage showing some of the body cam footage and a little bit of their report on what was released today. And I will link the full video in the description if you wanted to check it out. Court TV is an amazing source in keeping up with all of this and helping to keep the timeline just sorted out so that people could follow, and even people who maybe weren't following from day one like I have been can at least get a more full picture of what happened.
Brother-in-law visiting from Houston.
This is dash cam video from the Chandler Police Department obtained by Court TV. Officers are responding to the call that Lori Vallow's husband, Charles, has just been shot by her brother, Alex Cox.
You have the subject on the phone step out of the residence with his hands empty.
2 officers are waiting for Alex Cox with guns drawn as he walks out of the house.
Come out this way, man. You know, no weapons?
No weapons on me.
All right, come on out this way.
Yep.
I'm going to have you have a seat right here on the curb.
Yep. Who else is in the house? No one else is in the house. Okay, just have a seat right there. Let's get FD in here.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
18 seats secure. We got the gentleman out. Have fire rolling.
One officer goes into the house. The other asks Alex what happened.
What happened today? How did it get to this?
I don't know. He was enraged.
What's going on? What happened?
Oh. He was talking with my sister earlier.
No, what happened today, though? Like, just in the last 20 minutes.
He came at me with a bat.
At first, Alex doesn't seem to have a clear response as to what happened.
What was he accusing you of?
He was just yelling at me. I just went back to the living room. I'm like, what is your problem?
With the gun in your hand?
Yes. And I said, I want you to put that bat down. And he wouldn't do it. And he's like, and he came at me with the bat again after he'd already hit me in the head. So I shot him to stop him.
Okay, and then what happened?
That was it.
The officer in the house encounters the body of Charles Vallow in the front room, lying on the floor. Next to the body is the baseball bat that Alex claims Charles used to hit him. After checking his pulse, the officer clears the house as the fire department arrives to pronounce him dead.
This guy, his last name is Vallow. Vallo.
Meanwhile, outside, Lori and Tylee arrive.
Does your husband live here or no?
No, he lives in Houston.
Gotcha.
We just moved in here.
Gotcha. How long have you guys lived here?
I'm sorry?
How long have you lived here?
Like 3 weeks.
Oh, geez. Yeah, okay.
That's why the neighbors don't know us.
Gotcha.
Like, hi neighbor, sorry.
Are you working at all?
No.
Okay. And you're still about 5'6", 120?
The officer then gets some personal information from Tylee.
Blonde, too. You guys, I'm going to list you as a blonde young lady here. And then blue eyes?
Yeah.
You have very blue eyes. That's not under debate.
The officer finally goes to debrief detectives that have just arrived on scene.
Wife, husband got into a verbal argument. Brother steps in and says, just get out. At some point, the niece grabs the bat. He's poking her dad. Dad takes the bat away. They decide to leave. Everyone leaves. There's a son, too, a younger son. Her son, he's not here either. So wife who lives here, her daughter, her son, they all leave. Her brother staying here, visiting, and the husband. They get into it. He's like, he says they got in an argument. Husband hit him in the head with a bat. The bat's right next to the brother says, that goes to his room, grabs his gun, his own gun, goes back out, doesn't stay in the room, doesn't lock the door, doesn't call us, but goes back out, confronts him, says, drop the bat. Guy doesn't drop the bat. He says he shoots him. Goes back into his room, puts his gun away, grabs his phone, cleans his head up, calls 911.
Today, they said that they are combing over thousands of pieces of evidence, in electronic evidence. To me, it sounds like first of all, they have time on their side, right? She's incarcerated. They want to get their ducks in a row. But boy, it sure doesn't look good for Lori Vallow. They are onto her. They even mentioned it from the moment they met her. They were onto her. This thing stunk from the very beginning. And I think that eventually here in the next few months, she's going to be facing accessory to murder charges in the state of Arizona.